Hi everyone, it's Kathy from House of TOEFL, and today's video is about the reading section and how to solve the summary questions. This is the biggest pet peeve to most of my students. They really have trouble with the summary question. And I always say, guess what? So do I. The summary question is really quite challenging. So I am going to give you a method of looking at the summary question that I have found very helpful for me, and I hope will help you too. So without further ado, here is what I personally do. When I get to the summary question, rather than looking for the 3 correct answers, I try to eliminate 2 that are obviously wrong. Now, I wish I could say I eliminate 3. But that takes a little more focus and concentration to get to the 3rd. But I can usually eliminate 2 right away. And then I only have to worry about eliminating 1 more. So most of my job is done at that point. So the way that I identify those wrong responses on the summary question and eliminate them is I look for things that I just don't remember seeing in the passage. When you read, you should read to learn. And if there is a point in the summary question that you didn't learn and you never saw, that's something you can eliminate. If you've read my book, Mastering the Reading Section for the TOEFL IBT, this next one will not come as a surprise to you. You will already know it. I eliminate extreme answers. Things that say always, forever, never, all. Those are typically incorrect answers, and I typically eliminate them. The third thing is false comparison. So what we want to look for here is those comparative adjectives: bigger, smaller, taller, more interesting, less interesting, more significant, less significant. Comparisons are usually not correct on the TOEFL, and 90% of the time I can eliminate those. And then I just eliminate things that I simply didn't see or I saw, but they are actually the opposite in the passage. I call those opposite answer choices. Again, if you've read my book, then you already know about my opposite answer choices. So this way, I already have 2 eliminated, and I only have to eliminate 1 more. At that point, I do have to slow down a little bit, and I do have to read the passage. Sometimes I go back to it and read a little more carefully, but most of my job is already done. So in other words, this is a different way of looking at the summary question. Instead of looking for the 3 correct, we're going to look for 2 that are wrong, and then eventually we'll get to the 3rd that is wrong by looking a little more closely and comparing it back to the original passage. Then the 3 that are left are the right answers. That has helped me a lot to solve these summary questions, and I hope it helps you too. If you're not sure where to go for practice, you can always email me or go to my website. I'm at houseoftoefl.com, and my email address is houseoftoefl@gmail.com. Again, I'm Kathy, your online TOEFL tutor, and good luck on your test.